Okay, I'm sold. Nope, just kidding. What is up, Flick fans? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are discussing 3 reasons why I believe this Mortal Kombat movie that is dropping in theaters and on HBO Max in April could be the best video game movie we've ever seen. Now, obviously, do we know if that's the case? No, we need to see it first. But based on the incredible character posters, the authentic look and feel of the movie, and just the pure sense of nostalgia that fans of Mortal Kombat are getting just through watching the trailer, I truly believe this film could be special. So before we get into why that's the case, I need you in the comments down below letting me know, did you enjoy this trailer? And if you're excited for this movie, be sure to drop a thumbs up and we will do more of these kinds of videos. Alright, clearly, video game movies have been looked down upon for quite some time. Up until, well, maybe even last year with Sonic, that started to change the tide a bit. That film did very well at the box office and critically with the fans, all of the things you need to formulate success in the movie industry, and that's rare when we get these video game films. Now, clearly, Sonic isn't the only success we have seen. A movie like Rampage did extremely well at the box office, and there have been films that have come extremely close. There have also been movies that are about as far away from good quality as you can possibly be. And then, of course, those that we love because of the cheesy elements. And don't get me wrong, that could be what this Mortal Kombat is, a cheesy yet fun action-centric movie. But this trailer also provided some interesting things that I believe fans of both Mortal Kombat and those hopeful for seeing video game movies find success will be excited about. So let's get into our 3 reasons why I believe this could be the best video game movie we've seen. Reason number 1 is, of course, the action. And just seeing the fact that it was a red band trailer piqued my interest right off the bat. And then we get into the first little piece of action with Jax getting his arms completely smashed by Sub-Zero. So not only can we get excited about the fact that we're getting origin stories for most of our characters here, we can look at the fight choreography, the stunt work, and essentially the impressive use of CGI and say they've really done everything they could with their budget. Now, is their budget huge? Not necessarily. We don't know exactly what the budget is for this film at the moment, but when they first tried to shoot all the way back in 2012, it was a projected budget between $40 and $50 million. Now, that may feel like a lot, but when you look at that compared to other action-centric blockbusters, and the fact that this movie will probably have just as much, if not more, action than other blockbusters, it's a very difficult number to work with. And even though some of the CGI here isn't perfect, to be expected because of that budget, I do believe they did enough with what they had, and they made it all look really good. From Liu Kang to Sub-Zero, all of the effects are on point, but you add in the incredible fight choreography that is showcased multiple times throughout the trailer, much more realistic with interesting camera angles than we see in lots of video game movies. All of that comes together to create what should be an action-heavy movie that delivers on the action. And that's what I believe a lot of these video game movies are missing. They try to focus too much on the story, and thus it becomes convoluted. They don't understand that fans, especially a game like Mortal Kombat, where the action is the best part of the game, that's what fans are looking for, and I love that the focus is there. Now, will the story deliver on everything fans are hoping it's going to be? We don't know the answer to that just yet. I have a feeling the action could outshine the story, but as long as the characters are interesting, and as long as we get consistency throughout the movie, then I believe that's going to be enough to push this movie at least close to the top of the pack. Next up, we have what looks to be a semi-faithful adaptation. Now, were there things in the trailer that differentiated themselves from the video game? Of course, we saw in the trailer that Sub-Zero uses the blood sword as opposed to Scarlet, and some of the backstories will be a tad bit different than what we're used to. But for the most part, I believe they've nailed the characters. Not only the look of the characters, but you have to tackle atmosphere in an appropriate manner, down to getting their power set exactly right. Not to mention the handful of recognizable lines that fans will absolutely eat up from the trailer that harken back to the video games.
Get over here! Finish them!
And while some of the characters look slightly different, I believe this is as faithful of an adaptation as we could have asked for. But more importantly, it looks like the directors and writers are fans of Mortal Kombat, as we have writers here who worked on a Mortal Kombat short film called Mortal Kombat Rebirth, and James Wan, who was so passionate about this project, he comes in as a producer. James Wan, he's the guy you want producing your picture. So will it be entirely faithful? We don't know the answer to that just yet, but it looks like it's going to be as faithful as any other video game adaptation we have seen, and that's a big problem with video game movies thus far. Some of them like to stray as far away from the material as possible, and it just doesn't work. And my third reason is simple. It looks like it's very self-aware. Yes, it is epic. Yes, it's going to be as action-heavy as possible, but there will be points and occasions where maybe you want a little bit more from the characters. Maybe the story comes across as a bit cheesy, but a lot of these elements are taken straight from the video game. A lot of these moments are moments that fans are going to want to see in this movie, and I believe that's really important for a video game movie. Yes, you have permission to stray away if it works for your movie, and I do believe they're going to do that. But it all comes down to, are you going to take what the already impressive and incredible video games are giving you and work with that? Not stray too far away, but do just enough to differentiate yourself. And I believe this movie could do that. So if you mix all of those elements together, stay faithful to the video games, make sure the action is at the forefront, especially for a game like Mortal Kombat, and as long as the movie is self-aware, it knows what its audience wants, then I believe Mortal Kombat could be that movie that all video game fans are looking for. This could be the one to change the game. Again, we got a good start with Sonic. A movie like Rampage worked extremely well. And heck, I know Scott Pilgrim's not a video game movie, but, it's like a video game. You know what? I like Detective Pikachu, and Tomb Raider was pretty good, but be better than Assassin's Creed. That movie, oh boy. Oh boy. So what do you guys think? If you are excited for the Mortal Kombat film, be sure to drop a thumbs up down below and let me know, what would you like to see from me next talking about Mortal Kombat and or the movies coming to HBO Max, because we have a lot. I believe the first one is Godzilla versus Kong. No, it's the Snyder Cut. We've got a lot of good stuff. If you missed my trailer reaction, be sure to go check it out and come back, because I will have my reaction for WandaVision coming tomorrow morning. You guys are the best. I'll see you soon.